Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not pressed with making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. And it's only 8 a.m. I don't do it for the gram. I know I'm not a man. At my 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Wrote inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundry mat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, Every day I wake up, I'ma send it.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Hope you all had a good weekend. Let me see how all systems go. As far as I can see, we look good. We do look good. Let's have a look. Yeah, sweet. So yeah, happy Monday to all. happy Chinese New Year. Well, I guess all the people who are celebrating Chinese New Year probably not going to be on stream, are they? So let's get it. Let's get it. What's up, fam? All good, guys. Morning, morning. Zoom link is free. Unfortunately, it's not. It's not. But you're not only paying for a Zoom link, you pay for much more. That'd be great if I could just post a link and get paid. What a hack. You in some trades already? It's Monday, brother. It's bank holiday in Japan. CPI week. I just got to the charts. I'm not addicted. I don't wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning, right? And take a trade. No. I'm not in a trade. Morning. All right, let's get into it. Start off here with a big week in terms of news here. So it's going to be Monday. We have a JPY bank holiday right now going on. We have, of course, Chinese banks are on holiday because of Chinese New Year. But, we don't trade, the Chinese currencies here or something that they would affect. But Bank of Japan, obviously, being on bank holiday is going to slightly affect our pre-session volume here. Today at 10 p.m. we do have Bailey speaking, which is going to be massive. Big, the market is basically waiting for CPI tomorrow. CPI is the big number that everyone has their eyes on. And they want to see if we're going to come down this is massive, man. To come down from 3.4 to 2.9 is a massive reduction here. I do think it will come back higher than expected, but we'll speak more of that tomorrow. Wednesday, then we have GBP CPI. Tomorrow we have GBP employment rate. The day after we have GBP GDP. The day after that we also have GBP retail sales. We do also on top of that have Bailey speaking as well on the day that CPI gets released, which is a big number for the UK. So it is a very packed week here. One thing we are guaranteed on these days is volume because of all of the news, but we need to see how to tackle this day by day here, right? And obviously today either two things can happen. We can start to see the pricing in of speeches and news, which is a possibility here, which is not looking likely at the moment. The second thing that can happen is just that the market is just waits and becomes patient and wait for more clarity. This week we're not going to have any sentiment on gold, any sentiment on the pound until we resolve news and news comes out. We will not see any type of real sentiment until the news comes out. Then we will see what price decides to do here, right? So if market's going to be patient, I'm going to be patient, right? And that's the mindset you need to have. If market's going to move, I'm going to move, right? So and that's how it works. So don't think just because the market is being patient doesn't mean you need to be all antsy and trying to get in a trade in because you think that you can show up to the chart anytime and take a trade and make money. It's not how it works. So let's go ahead here and start off with the analysis here. So let's go and start with the weekly time frame here, show you how the weekly closed above the range here. This is the first highest weekly close all the way since 2015 here. We have not closed this high since August of 2015. So definitely a big close here, of course, right? And leaving these highs here, this is where you're going to get some big movements, right? When we can start to break these highs. So that's what we essentially need, is to start to get above these highs and basically out of our 4-hour range, right? So if we look at what's going on here at the charts, we can go see the lower time frame here and start to see the daily time frame. So weekly is bullish, closing above the range here. Daily as well technically has closed above the range here, closing more with a doji here. Again, we need to clear the highs before any type of buys if we're basing this on daily. And when we go down to the 4-hour time frame, what you start to realize is that we're just stuck in this 4-hour range at the moment. We're not closing above the highs, we're not closing below the lows here. We're literally just sticking within this range. So if we're sticking within this range, then that is something we need to look to get out of, or we could trade in it. So if we measure how big this range is running at around 25 pips, not the biggest range here. Would have liked it to see a little bit bigger here, but hopefully we can start to resolve this range with news, and I would expect this range to be resolved with news here. Does USD news affect GJ? Yes, it will. We can discuss that about tomorrow, but that's why also GJ might range, is because people are simply just waiting for the news to resolve itself. So yeah, that's essentially what's basically happening. Uh, especially CPI, USD CPI, because remember the JPY is a safe haven asset. If the dollar all of a sudden becomes weaker because we see inflation drop down super fast, then we're gonna see, you know, we're gonna see money move out of that. But let's say the dollar starts to become stronger, because we're seeing it already on Dixie. If you look at it, it's been on a pretty big rip here, and if we see that kind of continue, this rip and this consolidation here, and the strength continues that we've been seeing in Dixie here, this weekly candle strength here, if we see that come in, then obviously money is going to leave the yen and go into the dollar, and any uncertainty in the dollar, we can see money come into the yen. So that is something we have to be careful with. So CPI will affect, yes, it will affect the yen here. Now looking at lower time frames here, if we bring back drawings, we can see what we have here. This daily weekly resistance, also a 4-hour resistance. Not sure what this line is. This is a previous 4-hour resistance. We'll see if it's still relevant, if thing is respecting. If price is still respecting it on lower time frames, this wick is respecting it, so it still is respecting. And we have this resistance up here, which is nothing. We need to move this down to here. This becomes the 4-hour resistance, right? And then this is our previous 4-hour resistance we wicked into. And then this 1-hour resistance right here, not really too relevant. Let's see on 15. Yeah, not really the most relevant anymore. We can see price wicking at it. This is actually where buys were taken on Friday here. There was a good opportunity for buys there once we started to break those highs. So that's why I still have that line there. Yeah, it's not really the best. In this 4-hour right here, yeah, these ranges are tough. This previous 4-hour can just move slightly up here just to make it nice and clean. Doesn't really matter that much. This is our daily weekly resistance, obviously a very important zone. Let's see if we get it aligned properly. It's not aligned properly. That's why we always double check it. Now we can align it properly. There we go. Makes more sense. So there's really no sells till we get down below this daily weekly resistance here. And even when we're selling into that, we're selling into this 4-hour support right here. So this becomes a whole rejection zone. Anywhere within here, to be honest, is a rejection zone. So I'd like to see 4-hour candles leave this zone. As you can see, just look at what price has been telling you here. Every time price comes into this zone, you're seeing heavy rejection, heavy rejection. So this is giving you information telling you that this, price does not like this zone. So you trying to sell into this zone can be a little bit tricky here, because you're trying to sell into where price has shown multiple rejection. But if we have this information, if we dip back into this zone and we start to see especially structure change like this, I don't mind trading from the bottom of the range back above weekly resistance to get back to the top of the range here. That would make sense for me to try that. At the moment right now, the problem is if you start to measure ranges, don't think they're very big. Wow, that's tiny, man. Yeah, price is moving nuts in terms of space. Like from here to here is only 7 pips here. What about this range up here? That whole range up there is 12 pips. Wow. All right. So if this is the market conditions we're going to be trading, break even is not going to be an option here. A reason being is because if the ranges are so small, to get a 12 pip move, it'll be very unlikely to see that in one candle. You would most likely get pullbacks, and if you're going break even too early, it's going to hit you at break even. So you kind of have to do TPSL type of thing. So yeah, ranges are tiny actually. What's this range here? 9 pips only. Wow, that's nuts. Yeah, ranges are pretty small here. Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, ranges are pretty small here. We're not trading in big ranges here. It's a very tough spot, to be honest. Not looking at too much in this spot, to be honest, just based on the range. If we had more range to play with, maybe yes. But this is kind of like a very, very tricky area here. Very tricky area. We kind of need, this is lack of volume. I want to see how big spreads are, because that will also show if spreads are low and we have small ranges, that's fine. But if spreads are high and we have small ranges, obviously that's not the best. Spreads are around average 1 pip, 1.2, which is not really the best if you're trading, if from here to here is 2 pips, like come on, So we need to just let price action develop a little bit more. Now we need to look at gold. On the other hand, gold is pretty simple here. It's waiting for CPI. So what I'll do for you guys here, is I'm going to do a fresh analysis to show you how to analyze fresh. So let's analyze fresh. All right. Okay, just keep those up there. This 2020 level is going to be important here. We'll put that key level. There we go. All right, so let's do the analysis here. Start off on the weekly time frame. So weekly, we obviously have a weekly support right here that we need to care about. So we'll mark that as weekly support, right? And our weekly resistance is going to be up here like this, right? So that's our weekly resistance. Daily, a little bit messy, still in the same range, right? So we were discussing this on the webinar with the guys. We were saying how it's exactly the same analysis as last week. We're still stuck within the range. This daily has closed bearish, but we're right at weekly support here. Gold is going to basically range until we find resolution with CPI. So we are waiting for CPI on gold. Gold needs to wait for CPI to build resolution. We're not going to see resolution before CPI. As for range trading right now, it is respecting the lows of the range here, which I quite like. And I feel if we can get above this zone right here, will be an opportunity for buys here. I'm not selling at the lows of the range. This is the worst place to sell. Every time we've come down here, we've bounced out of it pretty harsh. So I would not recommend selling in the bottom of the range. Even if it does play out, I don't think it's a good idea. It's very, very tricky to sell at the bottom of the range here. Look where we are. We're basically right next to weekly support, daily, rejection zone. We're at 4-hour support right now that we've rejected and closed bullish. So bias is mixed, but we're in a range, so there's no real bias here. So yeah, I think what's going to be the best on gold is probably price leaving this zone. Even if that happens during NY, that would probably be your only option. Otherwise, gold is waiting for CPI. That's the only option. Yeah, you have a 34 pip range here, definitely tradable. Yeah, definitely tradable. I would say even move this up to here to be a little bit safer if you wanted. But this is most recent. Reason I said that is when I moved it up to here, I noticed this candle rejected it very perfectly, and we saw heavy rejection after that, and then we came back and respected it. Here we're respecting it many times, so probably a close above 2026, 500 here would be a little bit safer. Yeah, I would feel that would be a little bit safer, and then that's where you can get this move towards the upside. As for right now, what are we looking at this range? If you really want to push it hard, this 8 pips, I don't think it's worth 8 pips here. The problem is you don't know how far this could pull back. You would kind of have to go, what's 1 hour doing? Yeah, you would kind of have to go on this early candle here if you were playing that idea of this being the lows of the range, and then you put stops here, 30 pip stops. That would have been not a bad position actually. Asian session, put stops below the 2020 here, basically below the range, and you know where you're wrong. Then you try hold it. So yeah, that's what I would be looking at on gold here. Let's have a look at 30-minute. Yeah, that's pretty much the only options I'm seeing here. That is the only options I'm seeing here. This could just start chopping and you don't want to get messed up. Price has just reacted into this zone right here. Just seeing this kind of zone we just reacted into, kind of just here where we are. So we'd need to get back above that, but back above that's not the cleanest range here. You could try force it. You have 6 pips, but I would say don't hold this at drawdown. If it pops up here and gives you 6 pips, probably go to break even here. So yeah, that's probably what I'd be seeing. Either you were in from down here, stops below the range, right? Or you're looking for it to get back out of the range. Now inside of the middle of the range, not a place to be trading in the middle. You either want price leaving the range or you're trading from the bottom of the range, which also gives you the argument that if price does come back down to the bottom of the range here and you start to see change of structure, there's no problem. You can try go back again here, and if that happens maybe during NY, that will give you that continuation move, especially if 4 hours are still respecting the 4-hour support zone, right? If that is still being respected, it's fine, because you have to also keep in mind that daily is bearish, right? Daily is bearish. So that's the analysis. That is the analysis. So I hope that is all clear and you guys understood the analysis. Let me know in chat if you did enjoy the analysis. You know what I'm going to ask. If we can do the YouTube business, I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate it. How much of us? 418 of us in here on a Monday morning. Appreciate everyone showing up. It's always a pleasure to have you guys on stream. And yeah, if we can get the likes up to 150, you know the drill. Road to 50k, we're gonna do it. And also road to 1,000 viewers on stream. That is coming soon. That is coming soon. Win analysis. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, I'm in buys on gold. Already so set up one on 15 target 2026. I think that's a good target, man. Not a greedy target. Something that makes sense. If you're in buys from somewhere down here, or this setup one is probably the one you're talking about. I like that one. This one's pretty nice one. Breaking the high. Held through the pullback, which is fine. I probably would have taken, what's that? 7 pip stop loss. Got, yeah, 10 pips here. That could have been enough to take partial take profit. But I think if you want to try hold this, there's no harm. There's no harm. But now that you have this structure here, if this price breaks below here, then it won't be a good idea. Wouldn't be a good idea. And yeah, I mean, 2026, I'd say, you know, 2020, yeah, 2026 is not a bad target here. We just have to try clear that 2025 500. Great analysis, good shit. Thank you, thank you. Today, this morning in Dubai, it was raining super heavy. Around 4 a.m. I woke up today at 4 a.m. and there was a huge storm outside. That's why I'm probably yawning, because maybe not the best idea to wake up at 4 a.m. But we need to get shit done. So it rained super heavy, super heavy. We had like thunderstorm and all of this stuff. I know you guys are probably thinking this is nothing, but we get rain here like twice a year. Also, this is probably gonna shock you guys, but when it rains in Dubai, schools shut down, offices shut down, shops shut down, everything closes when it rains, because the city's not designed for rains. It doesn't have, you know. I'm currently in Qatar, roads are flooded. Yes, exactly, right? It's not designed. So you can't get to work and all of this stuff happens. So that's why it's always tough. You in Dubai? Yes, I am. I'm in from 2022-9. Think about moving SL to B. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. You could, if you want to protect your trade, you know, you could go to BE. Especially that you have this structure here. Going to Dubai for tomorrow for the first time? Nice, nice, nice. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. Also, by tomorrow, we shouldn't have all of that rain. That should stop, so you'll be happy with that. Harry, a question. If price is making a new all-time high, how do you determine your take profit level? At that point, I'll use key levels, like even numbers. Like, let's say we want GJ, I'll do 188,500, 189. Or in between those levels, if structure is created, I will trade to that structural target. If there's no structural at all, then I will use a Fibonacci. I mean, if there's like lower time frame structure, then I'll use a Fibonacci. I'm in buys on GJ for 3 hours. What do you think? I mean, you could. We have already tested the 4-hour support here. So if it is going to bounce here, then this is where it would do it. The problem is we need to leave this previous 4-hour resistance. That would be good for your trade, which we're pretty close to it. I mean, you're pretty safe because it's doing nothing. It's very slow. It's very slow. I personally do not like to hold drawdown, you know. My chart gapped up this week. Let's have a look. Yeah, let me see how my broker looks. Let me see. Oh, damn, that's super messy. Yeah, mine looks like crap. I have a massive gap here on 1 hour. This is a massive gap here. But it's filled. Yeah, this is a gap here. This move here is a gap. You want to know how to fix it? Yeah, but this Oanda smooths those gaps. You have to, that's real. What the real market is showing is that gap. That's an actual thing. That you have to take into consideration. Right? But Oanda always smooths it. I just use it because it looks nicer for analysis, but it shouldn't be the real way. It shouldn't be the real way. The real way is you should have it. We have no session bias. We're in a range. There's no clear session bias. We're in a range. We know the higher time frame, we're slightly more bullish than bearish. Good to see you. Good morning. Your face looks stressed. Nah, I'm not stressed, man. I had a little bit busy weekend, and then today I woke up pretty early, man. As I said, there was a storm outside. So I woke up at 4 a.m. Probably why. Probably not a smart idea beginning of the week to rip myself and wake up super early. One good entry, I enter 5 to 10 trades. Is that over trading or good entry? For me, that's over trading. I don't see a need that you need. I rather you just pick a quality trade and then you can risk more. Because if you're entering 5 to 10 trades, then you're risking 5 to 10 possibly % a day. So if you really mess up, it can go wrong. How's the weather for you today in Dubai? Yeah, we had a big storm. You have the same in your place in Dubai? Yeah, the whole of Dubai. In Abu Dhabi, they had hail. Basically, it was almost snowing in Abu Dhabi, which was crazy. Don't really see that here. Look at this. A bit of volume coming in here. This is Frankfurt Open. So this is sometimes typical during Bank of Japan holidays, is that we just see a random splash of volume come in. Obviously, because the Bank of Japan hadn't been trading over Asian, and this is the first volume session. So if you do some measuring, even though this candle looks juicy, that's a 4-pip candle only. We're not really moving too big here, right? So just do some measuring. Make sure you know how big the ranges are. Going to pass my first funded FTMO account if my TP on gold plays out. So happy, thanks to your analysis. Good, good. That's good to hear. We'll see where this candle ends up going. And how we can look to maximize getting into this. This could set up good for sells, right? Buys just look super messy, super messy. Daily will flip. Yeah, I think GJ is definitely more bullish than bearish higher time frame. That's for sure. We are not bearish on higher time frame. That I can assure you. Higher time frame is definitely bullish. If you're gonna pick a direction, you probably follow that. Problem is, in a session standpoint, we don't have much ranges to play with. The only real range we have is this one right here, which is 9-pip range. Unless we can create a target now, pull back, create support, and trade to that. Also, this 1 hour has no bottom wick. Has the chance here to retest into this kind of liquidity zone that we've been seeing play out here. And then flip. Was this a setup 4? Where was your entry? This one here? Not sure where that entry was. Or this one here. This is a setup 2. This is a setup 2. This is not really a setup 4. You would want more of an established range. Something like this, you know. We've tested it once, tested it twice. And then this candle, let's say, closed back into the range. That would be it. Does that make sense? Setup 2 on 5 minute? You mean for sells right now? Or for what? Oh, that's a 5 minute? Oh, it is a 5 minute. Yeah, you shouldn't be trading on 5 minute. But maybe he took this on 15, but this is just image of 5. I would like to see this on 15. Harry, can you do a video on how you use Fibonacci duals to determine the direction of the market? I don't use it to determine direction of market, so that video wouldn't be very useful. Right? I guess Mondays rarely give opportunities. It only identifies weekly bias based off. No, sometimes, you know, if there's good volume, we definitely see continuation from Friday. Monday can give great trades. The factor is that, you know, what is the market doing? You know, that's how it always is. Did you guys watch yesterday's video? Yesterday's video we discussed how I backtest, which is super important here, right? So I show you my strategy. So all people asking how do I, you know, basically trade, that video shows you it, and we can go through a few examples of how I mark up basically what we do here, but you know, pretty short term. Hi, what's the plan? Just now entered. Oh, well, if you're late, you missed the party, right? No, we're waiting for more information here. We need to find some ranges that we'll be able to buy and sell. That's going to be key. Looks like this 1 hour is trying to make a bottom wick here. We'll see if that ends up happening. If the 1 hour makes a bottom wick here. Damn. This is a 1 hour time frame, and this big push up here is only 10 pips. This whole range here is 14 pips. Hi Ari, I hope you're doing well. I just went through most of your videos from starting, and damn, I learned so much from it. Many answers to what I'm doing wrong. Thanks for the reply and push-up form. Oh, you're the one who commented on push-up form, that you wouldn't pay for the exclusive group, you would pay for the push-up form. Well, how about this? If you want, you can get 2 for 1. One-time deal. You can get the exclusive group, and I can teach you my push-up form inside of it for free. Guys, don't ask stupid questions. Buy or sell, up or down. These are stupid questions. We did the analysis every time when we join stream. We do the analysis to give you an in-depth answer of which direction makes sense for the session. Because if I tell you a buy, that doesn't tell you, okay, where to buy. You need to know where to buy, how to buy, where stop loss. There's a lot of things to it, right? Harry, the volume in London session is more than GJ or Gold because Gold most of the time range in London. Correct. GJ will have more volume, more consistency in London than GJ. Yo, Janice, calm down, brother. Calm down, brother. Calm down. Doesn't matter. We only use Oanda for Tradingview, for analysis. Doesn't matter. The trades will be taken based off broker. So if my broker has a bottom wick and Oanda doesn't, I'm still gonna take the trade. Who's calling me now? Hello? Yes. Good, and yourself? Not at the moment. Not at the moment. No, no. Thank you, thank you. Bye-bye. Sorry about that. Choppy shit today? Yeah, I want to see your plan actually. Let's see. Probably no trade. Yeah. Yeah. Just fuck this whole range till we leave it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, this is way better. Yeah, it's did you also measure the ranges, Antonio? Tiny. It's not pips, it's piss. Oh. Oh, here's that 1 hour. Trying to push down right now. Alright, close my position on gold 2024. No trades until close above. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, man. Well done. Congrats. What are these gaps in the market? Yeah, over weekend trading volume. We normally see that because Bank of Japan closed. So they're probably getting in their last orders before they're closed on Monday. It's probably what we're seeing. That's probably what we're seeing. Brother, I'm going to piss in peace. Where did I say that? I did say that somewhere. I think it was on stream in a trade, right? We were taking a trade, we hit TP, and then I said, okay, now I can go piss in peace. Check gold as well, please. Oh, you said please. So we'll check gold. Yeah, I have same plan. But I'll be using this as target, not BE point. It's 30 pips, man. It's enough to close. Pip equals piss and peace. Actually, yes, that is true. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Bro said above 2024. There's shit after that to watch. Who said above 2024? No, he closed his trade at 2024. He was in from down here. He took this trade. The 15 close here. And he closed at 2024. And he said he's not going to take anything till above 2026. Yep. Alright, stream, I'm a pip. That's good. We're going to use that now. So, appreciate that, Weedy. We're going to use that from now on. Whenever I need, I'm going to say I'm going to go pip, guys. Be right back. Yeah, that's the new one. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Thanks for your powerful video over the weekend, sharing your knowledge here. Yeah, I do recommend you guys make the effort and actually watch this video. Just basically how I backtest my Forex strategy, right? I've done a lot of backtesting. It's not just because I have a backtesting platform that I'm making a video on it. It is also, of course, wanting to show that because we're proud of it, and that's totally fine. But the majority of it is because I've done many backtesting videos. It's just something I do. It's been a long thing. You know, look at this. 1 year ago, backtesting, same 28-minute video. I did a challenge from, look, part 1, 21 minutes, part 2. These are all backtesting. Here, another backtesting video, another backtesting video. Look how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, it's been 6. Let's go see 7. Let's go see if we can find more. That's 7 backtesting videos already, right? And I haven't done it as of recent. Why? Because we were making our own, because it's a huge tool that I use. So now that we have one, this will be great for videos because the quality of videos are gonna really drastically increase. The reason why our qualities of video is gonna increase because I can show examples now. You know, when I say, okay, let's say we're talking about break of structure or something in a video. Now I can show you examples. Instead of showing you examples just by skipping candles, I can actually show you somewhat of a real life example, which obviously will help you guys vision it a lot better, which I'm happy. So that will definitely help there, right? My broker, yeah, your broker will have a wick on the 1 hour. The thing is, it's not really a problem for us because we're not really looking for a trade within these ranges. Jack is asking for me to look at USD MXN. Looking for long-term bottom entries. Damn, what is USD MXN? Just because he said thank you very kindly. Let's have a look just for him. Right? Man's trading Mexican pesos here. Looking for a long term. I wonder how big spread is on Mexican pesos. Yeah, looking at this being a pivot here. I think weekly could still come down here and retest again. 16 something. Yeah, I'd probably be looking for price possibly to continue this small downtrend to come back and retest these zones here. 4 hours stuck in this consolidation. I wouldn't be surprised to see price do one more retest before continuing up. If not, it's going to bounce from 17 here and go back up to the top of the range. Harry, you're attracting guys who want free signals, not any knowledge. They just want to get money without doing any hard work. Yeah, that will always happen though. The thing is that because it's a public stream, right? That's why I can't control that. I can't control who I attract and who I don't. The thing is that the more people we can attract, those people can, maybe their views can be changed. And at the same time, if we can attract more people, then we can understand, you know, we can understand who... get people who actually want to learn. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I was reading something. Yeah, I've checked out the other videos on price action. Mind-blowing. It's simplified a lot. Thank you, thank you. Harry, PipLab's demo is just scoping the interface, doesn't let you run a trade. No way, man. You can run a trade. You can manage the trade. You have access to 1 month worth of data on the demo. And you can use all of that. So you have basically a month worth of backtesting to play with. The only thing you can't do is change pair. You can't save a simulation. You can't have more than 1 month. And obviously backtesting 1 month is not going to be enough, but it's definitely generous for a demo version. You can get a lot done with it. So no, go ahead, use the demo, take trades, you know. You can backtest 1 month of data for free. Hey Harry, I want to join the exclusive right now. Can you promise me that you'll make me profitable within 6 months? Okay, I'll let the group answer that. Can someone in the group answer that? Because I'm not going to make any promises, but from people who've experienced in the group here, they can give their opinion. So that's what he's saying. You heard that, right, in the exclusives? So let's see your reply. While we wait for their reply, Claudia here says you can be profitable in 1 week, man. Screw 1 month. Dude, 1 hour. Yeah, that's actually true, man. You definitely will be profitable in 6 months, but consistently profitable, you need to prove that to yourself. The only thing I would say that will let you down is emotions or times where you don't control emotions. And yeah, you know. Let's say this. This is the way I'm gonna put it. If you put in the work, there's no doubt that you will be profitable. But the only thing is are you going to be able, let me try, I need to put this in a way where, don't know if you're profitable, but better trader. Yeah, I think 6 months is enough to become profitable. Consistency, but for me, I want consistency in traders. I want traders who are profitable month to month. I'll say this. I think you can get profitable faster than 6 months. I think you can become profitable in 3 months. Consistency, you will start to gain consistency by month 6. But all of the tools you need to become consistent and profitable are in the group. And that's one thing I can promise. I can promise that there's nothing extra you have to do in order to become consistent and profitable. It's not like, oh, join the group and then pay $800 to learn this secret strategy. No, that's one thing I can, that's one thing I can instill here. Are you doing the giveaway today? Today, I think I'm going to do, who wants a Pip Labs giveaway, right? Pip Labs we launched last week, end of last week. And who wants a giveaway? I think I'm going to do a massive giveaway. I have planned to do it. I was going to do it tomorrow, but what if we do it today? We'll do a good giveaway. I'm in for Pip Lads or the exclusives. Oh yeah? Alright. Okay, fine. We'll do it, guys. We'll do it on Instagram right now. I have it prepared already. I was going to do it tomorrow. But we'll do it now. We'll do it now. Let's do it. It's a nice gift for you guys. All right. Let's do it. I'll do it on my Instagram, and the rules are pretty simple. So let's do it. All right. How can you join? I'll tell you right now. I'm posting it so you guys can join. All right, my Instagram right now. Go check my recent post. All right, I just posted a recent post on my Instagram. I'm giving away, right? We are giving away not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5. Okay, 5 monthly accesses. So a lot of you guys have the chance on my Instagram. So just go over to my Instagram. You have to follow Pip Labs. You have to comment on the post. So of course, the only reason you have to comment on the post, you read the instructions there. But the only reason you have to comment on the post is so I can select the winner, right? I can simply choose your name, go to your DM, and then message you. So big giveaway. We're going to do 1 per week, right? We're going to choose 1 person per week, right? We will do... And also, since we have 5, we'll probably do 2 on Instagram. We'll choose someone from Discord as well. and we'll run it like that. So big giveaway. I hope this helps, and you know how we do it at Tradesharpe here. So make sure you're following Pip Labs. Make sure you comment to enter the giveaway and all of the good stuff. All the instructions are there. Here is my Instagram. So if you want to try get it for free, you have good odds because it's 5. It's not 1, it's 5. Just posted it right now. You can go have a look at it. I don't have any social media crap. Don't worry, Andy. We will be doing also on YouTube. You have YouTube, so don't worry about that. All right, Andy, you'll have a chance. Quick question. Just want to confirm if I understand wicks and no wicks to simplify it. If we spot a buy entry and waiting for the next candle wick, if it wick down and then flick up means it's rejecting the downside. The longer the wick, the more it rejects. Yeah, the longer the wick, the downside, the better for our buys, man. Let's say we're looking buys here and this closed above and the next candle did this. That's actually better for us, right? That's better for us. Five monthly means that 5 people will get a full month's access to the platform for 0 cost. Candles on Pip Labs are previous data. It's previous data. It's a backtesting platform. So yeah, we'll do that. And yeah. Also, if you guys applied to the wait list, you should have an email with special discount codes. Right? So make sure to check your email if you're interested in the product. Do you do paid course, sir? No, my course, like official course, I would say what ended up happening is that this has become my course here, which is it's not a course, it's my exclusive content. So this is my content, and these were all taken from webinars. So we did webinars on every single topic. Now, when you join the exclusive group, instead of telling you guys go and watch all the previous webinars, like we have all the webinars, but these are like an hour long, hour and 30 minutes long. It's too long to watch all of these. So I pulled all of the important information from every single webinar and put them as separate topics. So these are the fundamentals, which is exactly my strategy, advanced concepts. So that's what I have it. I wouldn't say it's a course, because with this information here, I want you guys to go and still ask me questions on Zoom, make sure that you're getting feedback and stuff like that, right? Is there a wire transfer method to join the exclusives? No, there is no wire transfer method to join the exclusives. And to join the exclusive, it is on waitlist. So you have to join the waitlist. I will check out your application and welcome you in if you want to. So that's the way to get in now. You have to just see when you join the waitlist, you will be accepted before someone asks me. All right, where's Kareem's question on gold? Looking for sells on gold today. Is a close below 15 range enough, or is it safer? That's weekly support, man. That's weekly support, that 20. Look, remember to mark up your weekly support. I think selling will be a little bit tough here, man. We're at the bottom of the range. Every time you try to sell here, it's rejected. I think you'd be safer waiting for price to go up, create resistance, grab liquidity to go down and sell. I think that would be a better idea. But you do have a little space between weekly support. I would just be aggressive. This is more of a New York trade. Does that make sense? Like you would take that during New York. You try the breakout. And if it comes back like this, just be out. Don't trust it. Could I use setup 3 here? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Setup 3. What is this? GU? Alright, so you could use setup 3 if that's enough space. If not, you're using setup 1. Or you can use, yeah, you could if it's enough space. I like how GJ looks in terms of candles here, but I don't like that this candle here was only 1.8 pips and this was 4 pips. That's the only thing. Check gold. We just looked at gold. I wonder if price wants to fill this range here. I think if I see this price close bullish here, I'm not going to, I think running 11 pips, 15 pip stops at the moment here is not really smart. Just the last thing I want to do, I rather sit out and miss, I rather miss 10 pips, 7 pips, I rather miss 7 pips worth of trading to get out of potentially holding range for 4 or 5 hours. Right? 7 pips for holding range is not worth it because it makes it tough. So what I would love to see here, which is the only opportunity that I think will make sense today, is remember this is a liquidity zone. So we can constantly reject. This 1 hour closes in 30 minutes here. We can anticipate the 1 hour to close bullish here. If the 1 hour closes bullish, we can also take this based off the 1 hour as a London Open volume trade. The second thing we can also do that I'm populating is if this next 15 minute here pulls back, retests this zone, closes bearish, we can go break of the high and put stops below this range here, run a tight stop 7 pips and have around 8 pips to the 4 hour resistance and look to continue. We would rely to push through all of these resistances because that's the range we're playing with. And that's why we can't just take a breakout trade. That's why we would have to wait for a pullback first, because we are relying on structure to take this trade and push through the ranges. What we would rely on is we would rely on price creating structure here so that even if we reject these highs, we expect price to do this during the day. So it doesn't matter if it starts rejecting it. We have this structure being formed that we can understand that price has to respect to continue up, and with volume we should be able to push through resistances. But with no structure here like this, we could just reject from any of those resistances and then we would look back at it and say it's a stupid trade. All right, so that would be my plan to how to trade in the range, and we wouldn't need an LTA here. We could just rely on structure. Thanks a lot. Let's see it. Yeah, you need to wait for setup 3 though. Setup 3 has not happened yet, right? Setup 3 has not happened. This was setup 1 wick fill. I think 1 hour was super clear here. This was the clearest time frame here. A 10 o'clock candle, bring you up to resistance, and that's it. Otherwise, it's still messy. Remember, GU is still messy. Reason GU is messy, it's waiting for CPI as well, right? So it's a little bit tough as well. Give me a sec, guys. I'm gonna go pip and come back. What's the opportunities in GJ? The ones I just discussed. We had a pretty detailed breakdown right now. This is why we don't want to take that trade, because of these pullbacks here. And I think that breakdown was pretty clear as to what we're looking for. Give me a gold position, please. You have to wait for the position. I can't give it to you. I wish I could give it to you. That would be nice if I could give people trades and then they make money. But we have to wait, and then we can take a trade after waiting for something. And then we all make money that way. Harry doesn't do signals. No, I don't send direct signals. If people want to trade, they trade with me and they understand. Right? So this is, let me give my 2 cents about signals, okay? Signals is obviously a popular service in this industry, and let me tell you one thing about signals. It's very unlikely that you're going to make money with signals if you don't know what you're doing. And the reason being is because how I see many signal groups run is they run a position something like this. Let's say they take a long position something like this. They're going to put, let's say, stops, maybe let's say they put 18 pip stops, and then their max TP is 22 pips. As soon as price hits TP1, they consider that as TP1 being hit. But how do you know to close at TP1? They don't tell you TP1 hit, closing now. And if they do tell you that, then that means that if they take one stop loss, they're taking 17 pips to get maybe 6-7 pips, which is obviously not going to be good long term. Now, if their TP1 gets hit all the time, then they have consistency. Negative risk to reward is okay. I don't disagree with drastically negatively. I only think it's dangerous to have super negative risk, but in general, you shouldn't be concentrating on risk to reward. So that's number one. Right? Understand that. Second of all, they never tell you when to manage a position. They never tell you what to look for in the position, why our stop loss is there, what we don't want to see in the trade, why max TP is there. So you don't know when to make a decision. And sometimes, and a lot of you who trade need to realize that decisions need to be really fast, because sometimes we could see 2-3 candles give a massive 15 pip push, and we know that, hey, that's ASP, average session push. I should be getting out of the trade. Otherwise, I'm going to just come back to entry, or even potentially go back and draw down and lose the trade, because obviously the signal provider is not telling you about break evens and why to move break even. So understand that. That is why if we ever take positions in the group, there's massive discussion. Why we move to break even. So when we're trading in the group, like in New York session, we have massive discussion. Waiting for entries on closures, waiting for break of highs, then talking about possible break-even spots, then talking about possible TP spots, maybe closing half. So that is super, super, super important, because, right? Because that is exactly how you gonna learn here, right? And then even if you follow signals but you know what you're doing, at least you know what you're doing then. Don't spam, please. Don't spam. If you spam, I won't answer. I took it. Let's see if it comes back to entry. All right, that's good management. Harry, when are you doing the results for the giveaway? We'll probably run one tomorrow. We need to give people a little bit of time to sign up, so it's fair. So we'll probably run one tomorrow. Yeah, we'll run one tomorrow, maybe the day after as well. We'll just do it like that. So you're free to enter. You're free to enter. How to sign through? Just visit my Instagram page and check out my latest post. This post right here. Just follow the instructions. You can check out my story. Here's my Instagram page. Drop a follow on that. Should be able to get to 6K followers today. So far, I've liked the feedback we've had on Pip Labs. I'm glad people are enjoying it. Just now, super concentrating on smoothing out the finest details, which is always going to be the case. You know, sanding out the fine sandpaper, making sure everything is how everyone wants it, and just making the overall experience easier to use. Easier buttons, you know, that's always good stuff. Smash that like button. Yeah, you're always welcome to press the like if you're enjoying the stream. Don't feel afraid. If you have any questions on stream, guys, ask a question. There's no such thing as stupid question, only stupid people. So, you know, at the end of the day, asking me silly questions like buy or sell, that's a stupid question. But if you're actually asking to get an answer of something that you want to know, that is fine. Right? Because as I said, really ask yourself this. If I ask Harry, should we be buying or selling? Does that make sense? Obviously, he'll have an area to buy, an area to sell. Or you can be proactive and you can go and actually search in the beginning of the stream and find out the analysis. Where can we buy on GJ? I think if we're going to buy on GJ today, it's going to be from above 531. 531, I think. Now we're just ranging, right? We're just ranging. We come back up to the 5-minute range, we fail. Come back down below. I mean, if we could do a little sneaky liquidity grab here, I'll take a buy from the bottom of the range. I'll try that. If we can just come back down here and do this, close back inside, London open. We can do that by London, by London open. That's very interesting here. Retest, something like this. Especially this. Come back inside the range, do this little thunderstorm here. I'd be interested to take that up. So if I can see that here, that I would take it. I just don't want to take it right now because I don't want this to do this by London open. Because you have to keep in mind, guys, that if we're down here and I'm trying to take buys by London open, the 1 hour by that time is going to not be looking too juicy, right, for buying. So I want to be very careful because that's not a nice candle to be buying into. That 30 minutes are not a nice candle to be buying into, and that 15 won't be a nice candle to buy into. Even though we have a bullish 5-minute candle, that ain't gonna do shit when we have all of that against us. And even if it plays out, it's a form of bad profits because everything's against you, right? Everything is pushing down. Even structure here is pushing down. So you trying to be smart and buy that without proper confirmation, you might get away with it, but not long term. I'll tell you that much. You won't get away with that long term. What time frames do you check to make your 5-minute trading decisions? That is done after 15-minute confirmation. Always 15-minute confirmation first. When I draw resistance or support line, should it be at the top of the week close or the candle close? Candle close, not wick close. Always candles. Always market based on candles. Hello Harry, how are you? How much time did you take to learn online trading? I mean, it took, I'd say, a year to start to see returns and to see consistency, another year. And how much money did I lose? Right off the bat, I started pretty big account. I lost 2.5k right off the bat. And then I scaled down, so probably not too much after that, you know. I got pretty unscathed. I got pretty unscathed because I had a lot of risk management skill. I had money from crypto and I wanted to continue making money, so I didn't allow myself to blow it. Because I knew the concept of it's very dangerous to have, you know, a lot of people think it's a big problem not to have money in trading. Well, of course, we need money to trade, but actually having a lot of money in trading is a bigger problem because you're more likely to blow it. Because if you don't care, if you have like, you know, 30, 40, 50k to spare, and then you start playing with that, you're more likely gonna blow 30, 40, 50k, and then you turn around and like, damn, that's a big issue. All lies, you lost a lot of money. Actually, I didn't, man. I'm being honest. I'm not sure why I would lie about how much money I lost. It's not something I would do, and I would be transparent about how much money I lost. So you can go have a look. Why? I knew very well from the beginning that I shouldn't be investing a lot of money in this. As I said, I started off with a 25k account. In that account, I was risking 1%, which was a 2.5 lot. I ended up, bouncing between winning trades, losing trades, winning trades, losing trades. Eventually, after 6 months, I was down 2.5k. I said that made me lose confidence. I took a step back. 2.5k was not that much for me because of what I've made in crypto, but I didn't want to lose. I was attached to my trades. I was not attached to the money, right? So I got more upset at losing a trade than losing the money because I knew that I could make that money back eventually. And at times I went back down to a 0.5 lot. I started trading 0.5, and when I was trading 0.5 lot, I would think, how the hell am I going to make 2.5k back? And I started to have anxiety. You start feeling like, ugh, how am I going to make 2.5k back if now I'm only comfortable on 0.5 lot? But then you build confidence again. You start to trust your plan. You just develop as a human, right? You develop as a human. You start to become a lot better trader. You start to also, especially if you're a man, you need to make sure that you're healthy everywhere else. Because if you don't have good levels of testosterone and stuff like that, then you're going to go in this cycle where you're actually scared to take trades, scared to take risk, and you're going to fail in this game. It's actually a real problem that some people have, right? It's a real problem. You didn't start with demo? Of course I started with demo, but demo was, that's the whole reason I switched to live, is I was making money on demo. The minute I switched to live, I started losing money. Then I realized I have to learn to trade. Even if you have a lot of money, you should start small, in my opinion. Just get a feeling for everything. Yes, but the people with a lot of money don't, and then they lose it. Are you going for 1 to 2 RR? I go for 1 to 1 most of the time. Did you get some courses? No, I actually honestly never paid for any course itself because I never believed in a course. I wanted, if anything, I did pay for a one-on-one with someone and immediately regretted it. I learned nothing in that one-on-one. Nothing. And I'm not going to tell you who it is because maybe it puts them down. I spent $600 on a one-on-one for 45 minutes and learned absolutely nothing, man. I came out the one-on-one more confused. I was so confused after that one-on-one that I had to go and search separate YouTube videos for free to try fix my confusion of the topics talked in that. And that's why I started doing my own thing and wanting to help people, because I realized how crap it was. I'm starting a 250 account, probably risking 12%. See how I do with real money. Yeah, just be careful seeing your account swing. Came out the one-on-one teaching the mentor? Probably now. Yeah, probably now I would be able to, but back then I was just looking to get some more information. And that's what annoyed me, is like all the information was held back. And then that's what changed my mind in terms of this industry really needs to change. These mentors don't have the good information. They make it seem like if you pay for their service, you're going to get good information. And that's why I always sit here. As I told you guys, I always speak from experience. That's why I sit here and I tell you guys that if you pay, you're not paying for the information, you're paying for my time and me helping you with application, right? I bought gold at 2024. I think I rather you would have bought gold from down here, because this is the middle of the range. So think long term. Buying in the middle of the range is never a good idea. 2026 target is a good target here. I don't mind your target here. That's fine. I think that's the best idea of your trade. But I think overall buying in the middle of the range, not a good idea long term. Might as well get in from the bottom. Yeah, GJ is just bouncing in this range, up and down, up and down, up and down. I would like to see that fake out first for London Open and then come back in the range. How many pips did you make in 2023? Do you have a trading journal? We have an on-stream journal. The trades that I took off-stream, I would have to calculate to give you that. Maybe I should keep an off-stream journal as well. But the problem with off-stream journal is if I keep an off-stream journal, then people are going to say I fake it. Right? It's just how this industry works, man. I can never win. I can never win, you know? Last week, they're like, you don't take trades. I posted on my story 3 trades, right? They said, oh, that's a lie. I said, how's it lie? Right? They're like, why didn't you take that on stream? I said, I can't control when the market moves. Took like 1 trade here, 1 trade here on that day. And then there was 1 trade in New York that ended up like 3-4 pips only. Right? I posted that on my story and people are like, no. So that's why I just stick to post. If I post any type of profits or something like that, I just post it in my group because they understand it's not for flex purposes, for educational purposes, right? I show them how in a week where we found London session hard, I can still turn a profit, we can still generate a profit, right? So if I can do it, with time you guys can too, right? JPY has a bank holiday. Why are you trading it? I'm not trading at the moment. I'm waiting for an opportunity. And we're trading London Open, which would be the London banks. And sometimes JPY bank holidays, you can get a lot of video during London. But I think the whole market is waiting for CPI by the seams of it, by the looks of it, seams of it. What the hell is seams of it? So yeah, by the way, about the trading journal. Yes, of course, you can go have a look at my on-stream trading journal. This... you cannot fake because you can go back and watch every single stream. And you guys up there, you've witnessed me trade on stream. You've witnessed me take trades. So it's up to you to make a decision. Some people see this and they still tend to call me a scammer. But the only people that are scamming is themselves. Right? Giveaway winners. Guys, you need to let people apply. Relax, relax. Give people a chance, man. 5. It's 5 monthly subscriptions here. 5. So... you'll have your chance. Just let people sign up. It's 11 in the morning. You know, let the people, you know, from America sign up as well. Give them a chance. Poor guys, right? Come on. We want everyone to eat, man. We want everyone to hopefully experience it. Is it overtrade to take three trades? I think no, that would be my upper limit. In my rules, I allow myself to take 3 trades a day. In my rules, I never use it, but I would say, like, let's say it's just a day where maybe I really trust my plan. First position was a loss, second break even, and then I finally find another position. I'll allow myself 3 trades. Anything after that, I call it. And especially if you take 2 losses in a row, I really would call it a day if you're trading a similar style to me. Because you're probably more than likely just going to be wrong with your analysis on that day. Yeah, this is super hard to get in. Even if we wanted to buy bottom of the range, we have no support to tell us that this is the bottom of the range. Something like this would have been nice. Or like this with the liquidity grab. This just start, or even this one at least gives you a bullish close. This has just gone straight to the top of the range. So this is just not really a tradable price action. How to apply from giveaway on my Instagram. Just visit my Instagram at Tradesharpe with the blue tick now. I did buy this blue tick. Because just so people don't get scammed. Just so people don't get scammed. Also, I did hear a story of where someone verifies a scam account and then they report my original account and then I get banned. Which is not obviously what I want to happen. think today would make more sense to trade higher time frame. I think the 1 hour time frame will be the cleanest. The only problem is, do we have to hold range for 1 hour? This is the problem. GU looking decent for buys. Let's have a look at GU. Yeah, GU is trying to break out here of a big macro breakout zone. Yeah, for sure. For sure, this could be an interesting breakout zone. 100%. This is definitely a massive zone that we're trying to break out here on GU. Looks like you're struggling to get out of that car. No, that was actually getting in it. And yes, for tall people. Also, I trained legs the day before that video. So that's the problem. Is because I trained legs before the day before that video. And trust me, if you've ever tried to sit inside of an STO, it's literally on the floor. Like the seat is literally even more bucket than you can ever imagine. And I don't want to just drop into it. So, no, it was very tough to get in. If this breaks resistance, would it make sense to go for long? Yeah, I mean, I do think we can at least tap this 4-hour resistance, which seems to be the case. This candle's come out of nowhere here. I'm not really too sure how I would have got into this, to be honest. But do some measuring. Even if I took it break of highs, this is only up 3-4 pips here. Looks good. Volume is coming in here. But we're just seeing some inconsistent price action before news here. This is not really tradable. I mean, there's no way you could enter this. Even 5-minute support was not even formed at the bottom of the range. No, if this was a fake out back inside the range, yeah, we could think about it. That would be an excuse. But 15-minute closing bearish, 30-minute here, even a little. I mean, 30-minute break of high would be the one that you could take the trade here. 30-minute break of high. I think that's the only option here. But 15 pip stop for 8 pip target, not probably something I want to try here. And you have to time it perfectly to make sure that this volume does actually come in. So today we're only looking for some form of scalp. So if we can get structure formed, 5-minute structure, we can take a small scalp. We can use small stop loss, 4 or 5 pip stop loss, 4 or 5 pip target. That's the only thing I'm looking at today. Oz, when you say that there's the one person who's in, oh yeah, of course, then they only show up, right? Oh yeah, I'm in. They don't tell you before, they don't tell you what they're looking at. Tradesharpe, I know who that is. East African base, shout out to you, brother. Yeah, I know it's you, Moses. Appreciate you. See you later in the gym, brother. All right, this is interesting volume, boys. Very interesting volume. Where does this come from? Like, all right, 3 minutes till London Open here. Let's see if we can create a 5-minute thunderstorm above the 4-hour, and that will be the trade. That will be the trade I'm interested in. I can run a tight stop, try get back up to this resistance, maybe 8-9 pips here. You know, run a 4 or 5 pip stop loss, and that's that. Take a look at gold. Yeah, gold I think is popping up a little bit here as well. Why is this all popping up here? Let's have a look if there's anything been going on here in terms of the news today. all good here. Look all good here. Is it a good idea to take buys now? The problem is I don't think your stop loss would be worth it. You need minimum stop loss back inside the range here, around 13 pips here. Your target realistically is 7 to 11 pips max. So I don't really think it's that worth it. If we could get 5 minute, this 5 minute close a bit more bullish, next one close bearish, and the next one close above, I think that could be worth a shot. At least we would have 11 pips to here, and we could put stop loss a little bit tighter, right? Because when we're trading tight ranges, I want tight stop loss. Reason being is that I just want to get from point A to point B as quick as possible. Because you can't expect like a 20 pip trade in this range, right? Like you have to be happy with 5, 6, 7 pips when the ranges are not big, right? Like even if we took break of high here, that's 10 pips, we probably would have had to been done, right? If we even took this break of high, which I think is the only option in hindsight. I don't really think it was an option before. We're running about 16, 15 pips here. So as I said, this would have had to been timed perfectly so that you get this volume. Congrats Quintex for getting funded. Glad my information could be helpful. How to apply for giveaway? You can on my Instagram here on this post. Clean range from NFP 2 weeks ago. You're talking about on gold? Gold is still stuck within this range here. Man, that popped up right to the top of the range, eh? Yeah, so this is, since we rejected here, this is showing me that this 15 is important here. So I'll probably look for buys above 20, 26, 5, 34 would be safer here. All right, London open here. Let's see how the 1 hour candle close. So we have 1 hour candle close, basically retested into this range. Current 30-minute closing here, bullish, but rejecting as well. 15-minute also closing with potential wick here. 5-minute closing with a rejection from the 4-hour resistance. Now target has been tapped. We have tapped the target on the 4-hour. So I'd be more comfortable seeing price get above this 4-hour resistance here for buys. Otherwise, we're just ranging. Right, and that's what I was scared is if we tried, that's why I rather would have wanted to buy from down here, so that even if we get stuck in range here, I'm still in profit. But you're trying to buy from here, if we get stuck in range like that, and this wick did not happen, that allowed you to get to either break even, or allows you to get into, you know, 8 pips worth of profitability, and you're stuck in range like this, it really sucks. Really sucks. Because you're like, ah, now you're stuck and you have nothing to do. Look at that, just purely retraced. What do I think about silver? Yeah, I think silver is also very good, man. Very similar to gold. I remember Goldinium used to trade it. Yeah, silver's good, man. Silver's good. You can trade silver. Just watch the spread. Check your spread. Are you using the strategy you backtested in the last video? Yes, indeed. That is the only strategy I used to trade. And I am using that strategy I used in the last video. Gold pushing hard again, bro. Yeah, I know, but we need it to. You can't do anything till it gets above the range, right? You can't do anything. I really respect that you explain things for free. A lot of people would be charging hundreds, yes. And that's what mind boggles me, is I can explain all this for free and still give more value to people who can pay. That just shows you how time is valuable, right? Sharing experiences and helping others learn to apply the information is worth a lot more, right? This 1 hour, did this 1 hour close above? Yes, it did close above. Has a liquidity grab. Technically, you could run this off a 1 hour time frame. 35 pips for, you know, you have like a 50 pip range here. But if you want tighter stops, then just wait for a 15-minute candle close. Yesterday in the webinar with the guys, I showed how gold is very, very easy to trade when we're in a trending move. That's when I like to trade gold in trending moves. So that's where I would look to trade gold most of the time, is in trending moves. Look at this GJ just retrace absolutely nuts here. This is where we might get our fake out, right? Might be actually where we can get our fake out, because technically 1 hour close bullish, technically 30 close bullish, technically 15 close bullish. So if this 5 can do a little fake out here, everyone looks for sells, and we get back in the range. Could be a sneaky position there. Looks like GJ ate a lot of stop losses. Yes, it does. That's what happens if you're not patient with Mrs. GJ. She will be very impatient with you and go straight to your stop. That's exactly what you don't want to happen. You got stopped out? That's unfortunate, man. I think it was too much of an impulsive move. That's why we wanted that 5-minute structure, right? Barcode mode, yes. Slowly forming. I want to see if this can come down here. I want to see deeper liquidity grab. I want to see it come back down to 188.370 and then close. I wonder if this 5 would be enough to play the barcode. If you look on hour 4, looks like liquidity grab. Yeah, from the upside. Yes, definitely. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. But we're just ranging at the moment. The range is clear. It's clear that we're just ranging. $383. That's weekly resistance. The problem is you're selling into this 4-hour kind of rejection zone. It could make sense, but you rather just wait for a 4-hour closing below here. Will give you a lot more clarity. A lot more clarity you'll get. Gold has strong buys last few minutes, yes. But again, gold has to get above 2026 500. Having 4 charts, different time frames helped me a lot because I don't forget what higher time frames doing. Yes, I do know people who trade like that. I used to actually trade like that. I used to trade with the different higher time frames. But once I learned to read candles backwards from experience, I know what higher time frame is doing by looking at lower time frame. Not the most confidence-inducing 5-minute close here. I mean, if this pops down here, breaks the low, rejects and gets back above the high, possibly. Possibly something that can be worked with here. GJ may fall more? Yeah, it's definitely possible. Especially if this 15-minute closes below, it could get some volume towards the downside here. I just don't want to be selling into daily and weekly resistance right here. This is not the zone I really want to be selling into. It's a very tough zone, this 4-hour support. It's the worst zone you want to be selling into, right into this 4-hour support. Even if today's the day that it pushes through it, I don't like that idea of doing that. I think it's highly, highly, highly risky. But below it could be fine. If this closes back in the range, could be interesting as well. Overall bias is bearish. No, it's higher time frame still bullish. Lower time frame is in a range. Medium time frame is also still in a range. We started London session here. We're back to the same spot now. Nothing much is happening. We tried to go up, we came back down. Now we're trying to go down. We will see if this ends up wanting to go up or not. It can just end up respecting this support down here, 369. Could respect the daily, weekly resistance as well. If we can get below this day resistance right here, that would be interesting here in this 1 minute for this candle to close. So let's see if now we can start to close below here. Could be interesting. It's only 6 pips here to the bottom of the range. I really think that this can come down to the bottom of the range and set up later for buys, really. Until this 4-hour candle closes below the range here, this could just set up back in the range for buys. Exact same thing happened in EU. Yeah, it sometimes likes to do this. Because you can tend to forget how small the ranges are, right? Your range is not big here. It's not a big range. You're playing with 6 pips. 5.96 pips. I mean, you could get into a position to try get those, you know, 5-6 pips here. You just run 5-minute stops. Run 9 pip stops. Are there days where you don't find any good trades to enter? Yeah, plenty of those, man. Plenty. Get used to it. Maybe the weekly trying to make a bottom wick. Yeah, this is true as well. Hey Harry, how do you handle positions that go instantly into drawdown? It's just an annoying thing. You have to trust probabilities, right? Trust probabilities, make sure you entered following rules, and if you did, that will make you comfortable in the position. Problem is, if I want this, I want bigger stops here in case it wants to pull back heavy up back to the 4-hour resistance. It's not worth it for 5.5 pips. But if it breaks through this zone, it would be worth it. But that's a tough zone. It's a tough zone. It's a really tough zone. Yeah, if we had bigger ranges here, it would make the decision a lot easier. This would be a very simple trade right now. But my trade, if I do take this, it would have to be, I have to break through this zone. What's the likelihood we do break through this zone? With volume, we should be able to. I've been rejected quite strongly in the past, yeah, but the only thing you'd be relying on is volume. So you have 4 pips and then you make a decision. You make a decision after 4 pips. USD JPY is a thunderstorm. Yeah, I'd prefer to just at this point, 30 seconds, wait for the 5 to close below. Do you trade Asian session kill zone? No. How important is it to trade London? Depends on your pair and depends on what time you want to be at the charts. Listen, if this ends up re-breaking its own low, I do think you have a chance to get down to the support, but it's around 4.5 pips away. I don't really know if that's worth it for me, for just 4.5 pips to put myself at the risk of this rejecting and faking out from such a heavy rejection zone, especially on a Monday. Like, I do see the opportunity here. If it does push through here, you could get yourself a, like a 14 pip trade here if it does push through. But let's look at this. Let's look at this objectively. Every time it has come down here, it has rejected, which is not giving me confidence. Right? But this is already rejecting right now, which is nice to see. And this might play our idea of the fake out, right? That's still in question here. That's still in question. Also a very nice retest. Yeah, this should give you that push. I would expect this one to give you the push. But for me, 4.5 pips to make a decision, I don't think is enough. I think this is where GJ kind of messes up a lot of people, especially before news, and I'm not messing myself up when we have a whole week worth of news and guaranteed volume, and I have to try trade 4.5 pips here. That's a personal decision I'm going to make, but the opportunity is there if those want to take it. But I really do think that it's potentially, I don't know how much it's worth the opportunity. $188, $318, we don't have even 4 pips. Oh, you mean this previous 4-hour support? Yeah, 2 pips. Yeah, it's not really a valuable trade. You're just relying on volume, hence why I'm not personally taking it. But in terms of just London volume and 5-minute candles continuing bearish here, it makes sense. Apparently gold has taken a bit of a pop here. 6 minutes for this candle to close. It's also the 30-minute close here. I'm probably gonna wait for this candle to close. This candle close also would equate to a thunderstorm probably. I do feel with volume though, this really does want to continue down. Don't feel FOMO if you see one candle quickly come back down here. This is what I expect there to be at some point right now. A quick candle down to here, and then that's it. And there it goes. This is the one I expect. This next 1 minute now should also give that continuation, a quick candle. This will be your 4 or 5 pip move, but I would be pretty I pretty expect it to come back down here and start rejecting probably. Like, do some measuring. It's not a massive move here. So yeah, there's like your 4 pip move. Now it has to make a decision. Can it push through or respect? With volume here, it will be able to push through. If not, it's just gonna probably pop down, break these lows, and then reverse. Which is the opportunity I was contemplating here. I was contemplating if it would be worthwhile for 4 or 5 pips here. But it looks like it does get the push through here. It's good. I can take that note, understand that we do have a bit of volume, and there's a nice little push. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Not the most confidence inducing 5-minute close. You would want to see previous 5 close deeper. YouTube chat box, I'll fix it now. Yeah, that probably, maybe looking back, this could have been worth, you know, risking it for the biscuit. But I don't know how much do I want to do that on a Monday. Midweek, definitely could have tried this. That wasn't following the plan? It was, man. 15 close below daily, weekly resistance. It just was highly risky, bro. Highly risky. You know how risky this option is. This is what I was saying about it. It wasn't straightforward. Like, obviously now that it played out, it looks straightforward, but it's not something that you would do often, that's for sure. What about gold closing above? Yeah, we'll have to see if it does close above here. You want to see it close a little bit stronger than this. Yeah, the only thing, you have a tiny little 30-minute resistance here that it's looking like it's just tapped off, which is also this 15 that is just tapped off. You really want to see this close a little bit deeper. You want more confidence in this 5 minute here. See this 5 minute closing like this? Not the best. Looking like it wants to close below last minute here. You have 27 seconds. Yeah, so gold closing below, I don't trust this, even if it breaks the high. I think it's a bit too risky here. GJ, on the other hand, has closed below the range here. So you do have a close below the range. Would be nice to see some form of 5 minute structure being formed, just so you have somewhere to keep stops. I think these stops up here are a little bit too big, 15 pips for down here. The good thing is if we continue this breakdown here, any pullbacks that then get below 196, we can sell down to there now that we're leaving the range. This is something good. We want to leave the range. If GJ is going to do anything today, we want it to leave the range. I still do think that this could potentially also be a fake out zone. So keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. That is why, to keep you safe from fake outs, I would not be looking for sells inside of here. I'll just wait for it to get below there. And then you can use this as a watch and then max target 180 here. Can hear Antonio loading bullets. He went to gym. He had enough of it. He's like, screw that shit. Yeah, look at this pullback coming back in here. Yeah. Oh damn, camera ran out of battery. Bro, how'd this thing run out of battery, man? But yeah, guys, I think I'm basically going to wait for more options here. A little bit of a slower Monday here. GJ's trying to get out of the range. So this is my plan here. This is my plan. Pretty simple plan. For GJ here, right, I would like to see price create resistance, get back below the 1 hour. That would be good for sells. If we fake out back inside the range, or from the bottom of the range right here, we see some form of change of structure, I'm happy to buy this. I will buy this towards the upside and then take this back towards the upside. This 4 hour close will give plenty of information. Don't be ashamed if you missed to catch this move down, because it's not missed. This is not an easy move. It's the only move that there was basically, and very confusing when price pops up first and then was barcoding and then just to come and do this all at once. So a little bit tough here. As for gold, on the other hand, as I said, did not close above here. This is looking like a fake out. Take out the highs, everyone presses buy, and now they're immediately in drawdown. Gold loves to do this during London, so be patient and wait for that close above. Once you get that close above, that should be your confirmation. By then you'll have 5-minute structure as well, and that should look a lot better to continue for buys. So that is exactly what I'm gonna look for. So I hope that makes sense, guys. I appreciate everyone showing up. Tomorrow we have news. Do you guys really want me to make that news account, or were you joking about that? Let me know in chat quickly if you guys wanted that news account. Because if you really do it. I just don't want it to promote bad habits. I don't want it to promote bad habits. Well, I'll make it super clear that it's there just for fun. All right, I'll make it. It would be no. Let's do it. Okay, fine. We'll do it, but let's make it clear. Okay, we'll make it clear. Yeah, just gambling. We'll make it clear that it's just for fun, and then we'll see after news if we can take some good positions. Because we'll have value. All right. All right. We'll do it. Yeah, camera went off. Sorry about that. Yeah. Buy and sell according to chat. Yes, that's what we'll do. Fine. I'll set that up today. I'll decide how much money to put into it. I won't put too much, guys. Don't go mad. Yeah, I won't put too much, but we'll have some fun there. All right, guys. Hope to see you on future streams. Take care, all. Have an amazing day. Take care. Trade sharp, and hopefully see you